Deuteronomy 28 says, "And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of thy God, to obey to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God shall set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flock of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways. The Lord shall command a blessing upon thee in thy storehouses. In all that thou settest thy hands unto, it shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he has sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandment of the Lord thy God, and walk in his ways. And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body, in the fruit of thy cattle, in the fruit of thy ground, in the land which the Lord swore unto thy fathers to give thee. The Lord shall open unto thee his great treasures, the heaven, to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thy hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. And the Lord shall make thee the head, and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandment of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day to observe and to do them, thou shalt not go aside from any of the word which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. And it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, and the increase of thy kind, and the flock of thy sheep. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thy hands upon for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly. Because of the wickedness of thy doing, thereby thou hast forsaken me. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, until he has consumed thee from off the land, whither thou goest to possess it. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with middle. And thou shalt pursue thee, they shall pursue thee until thou perish. And the heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is over under thee shall be iron. The Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down unto thee, until thou be destroyed. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemy. Thou shalt go out one way against thee, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed in all the kingdoms of the earth. And our carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air, and unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. The Lord will smite them with the botch of Egypt, and with the emerald, and with the scab, and with the itch, whereof thou cannot be healed. And the Lord shall smite thee with madness, and blindness, and astonishment of heart. And thou shalt grope as noonday, as a blind grope in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy way, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Thou shalt betray a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grape thereof. Thy ox shall be slain before thy eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thy ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face. and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thy enemy, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long. There shall be no might in thy hand. The fruit of thy land and all the labourers shall a nation which thou knowest not eat, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see. The Lord shall smite thee in the knee and in the leg with a sore botch that cannot be healed, from the sole of thy feet unto the top of thy head. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, up to a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and then shall they serve, and thou serve other god wood and stone, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and thou shalt gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. Thou shalt plant vineyard and dress them, and shalt neither drink of the wine nor gather the grape, for the worms shall eat them. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coast, and thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thy olive shall cast its fruit. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they will go into captivity. All their thou tree and fruit of thy land shall the locust consume. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkened not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandment and his statute which he commanded thee. And they shall be unto thee a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he has destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favour to the young. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind or flock of thy sheep, until he has destroyed thee. It shall be sealed in all thy gates until thy eye and fence wall come down, wherein thou trusted throughout all thy land. It shall be sealed in all thy gates throughout all the land which the Lord thy God has given thee. Thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of thy sons and thy daughters, whom the Lord thy God has given thee in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, towards the remnant of his children which he shall leave, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he has nothing left in the siege, in the straitness, wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her feet upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eyes shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter, and towards her young one that cometh out from between her leg, and towards her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that is written in the book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy God. Then the Lord shall make thy plague wonderful, and the plague of thy seed, even great plague, and of long continuance, and sore weak sickness, and of long continuance. Moreover, it shall bring unto thee all the diseases of Egypt, that thou which thou was afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring unto thee until thou be destroyed, and ye shall be left few in number. Whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of thy Lord. And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoice over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught, and you shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all the people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other God, which neither thou nor thy father have known, neither even wood and stone. And among these nations shall thy find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest. But the Lord shall give thee dear, trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee. Thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even? And at noon thou shalt say, would God it were morning? For the fear of thy heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, for the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way thereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. There ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Thank you so much. Please send the link to your friends and your family members, and please post it on social media. I love you. Remember that Jesus loves you more. Bye.